From Wolf Studios, it's Vegas Talent Live.
Hello, hi, and how are you? My name is Bruce Radel, the host of Vegas Talent Live. We're going to be entertaining you with a lot of different guests from off-strip, on-strip, all around the strip, right here on this couch in front of me, and all of the audience that is watching will be coming to you as often as we possibly can, so you can check out all the different entertainment that's going on, not just on the strip, but in and around and all over Las Vegas. So we can bring you here, and you can look forward to doing anything and everything you can only imagine to find only right here in Las Vegas. Tonight we have comedy, we have magicians, illusionists, such as Sammy Shore, 66 years in the business, Kento-san, and Seth Grabel from America's Got Talent. I got to tell you, we got a lot of things happening right here in Las Vegas. You probably heard about our big cold weather storm we had just around the New Year's. Yes, unbelievable. Colder temperatures for Vegas. People didn't even know what to do. We had a few flurries of snow, for goodness sakes, and people started thinking we were going to have to shut down the strip and not have New Year's Eve. That's amazing. But still, people kept coming, and they would not stop coming in because they knew it was going to stay nice and warm with the libations that were going to be available, the fireworks that are going to be firing up off all the hotels, things like that were bringing everybody to Vegas for the long 5-day weekend. People were coming into Las Vegas just to see the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign. You can't miss it on the south end of the strip. How about coming right by the Mandalay Bay? As you look up, they got the big Michael Jackson poster there. It says 1 for the Cirque du Soleil show, honoring Michael Jackson and all of his music. I kind of find it kind of strange, though, because Michael Jackson, the big image of him at the top of the Mandalay, is looking right down on the kiddie pool. I think that's kind of wrong myself, but nonetheless, things are happening all over Vegas just like that. And we're going to take a quick break and bring you back to some live, great entertainment, off the cuff, live and rough, totally unscripted, right here on Vegas Talent Live. Welcome back to Vegas Talent Live. It's now time to bring out our first guest, a gentleman who has over 66 years in the comic business. He's a well-known author, actor, comedian. Will you please welcome none other than the original Sammy Shore. Hello, Sammy. How are you, my friend?
Last Comic City.
Last Comic City. There you go.
That's it. That's it. So this is a new show, right?
This is. It is.
This
live.
is the first show. This is the first show.
Exactly. The first episode.
And I'm the first guest.
You are, and rightfully so. You should always be first.
Why should I be always first?
Why shouldn't you be always first? We don't know how much longer you're going to be here.
Always close the show.
You should always close the show. Well, you've opened for some well-known acts in your time.
Yes, and they're no longer here.
No longer.
But
I'm
here.
Not all of them. Now, did you open for one that's still live and still performs in Vegas? Tom Jones?
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of what led you to get your opening act for Elvis Presley.
How did you know that?
Well, you're thinking I'm not that old. I bet you can't even guess my age right now.
46.
You are pretty good. You are pretty good, but you are wrong.
I'm wrong?
Yes, but you are within 6 years.
Well, that's not bad.
Not bad.
I could work at one of those circuses,
exactly.
3 years.
You could guess people's weights,
yes.
their heights,
yes, exactly.
their ages.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
How much do you think I weigh?
How much do you? I think you weigh 135.
You're good.
Wow. And you only imagine, yeah.
You think that's why? I think that's why you got this show. You're good with weights.
I've been here in Las Vegas since 1972.
Really? You've been here that long?
I actually saw
God.
Elvis in 1973 over at the Las Vegas Hilton. One of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. I'll always remember it. I was only like 10 years old, 11 years old at the time. Now, you opened up for Elvis, and tell me a little bit about that story, because you actually were his opening act. You were the man, and you wrote a book about this, that made Elvis laugh.
Yes, I did wrote a book, and it's still selling. Good. And I'm not going to tell you where you can buy it.
It's out there.
Yeah,
they can find it on
Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Everything is found on Amazon.
Boy, where did you get this couch from?
This couch? Let me tell you, this couch. We flew this couch in.
I think it came with the building.
Yeah. When we say we flew it in, because it fell off the back of a truck as it drove by. We think, hey, this is a low budget. We got to grab it now.
Probably. I mean, it's a nice couch.
Yeah, it's nice.
But it's uncomfortable.
Oh, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable. Yeah. It's okay because, you see, when you get to be my age, your ass sags. See, it just sags. It droops.
Yeah.
And when you sit on a soft lump-a-dump like this, then it just
blends in.
Yeah, it blends in.
Okay. Wow.
like your own shirt, and it's uncomfortable. Well, anyway, because I'm the last comic sitting, uh, it's hard for me to sit. But I have to sit now because of what I have had done to me. I had a mitral valve surgery. You know what that is?
Mitral valve surgery.
Yes.
My goodness. Did
Yeah,
they have to open up the heart, or did you just?
Yeah, they went in. I don't know. They went in. You want me to show you the scar?
Well,
No.
I don't know if we have time for
No,
the scar.
no.
Is that kind of
No.
show?
Well, okay. Because I thought this was a really, you get involved in the show. You
Yeah.
find out about what's really going on with that person.
When we bring in
And
Dr.
I walked
Oz,
out.
we're going to
I
have to bring
walked
you
out
back,
with a
yeah.
cane. You know what? You'd ask why you have a cane. And a host usually would, if somebody walks in my house or so, what happened to you? Then you tell them what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
And I have to bust in the middle of it and tell you that I had a mitral valve surgery, and walk in with a cane.
Well,
I don't need the cane.
Well,
I can walk around. Would you help me skid
sure,
up?
absolutely, sir. There it is. Look at you on your own 2 feet.
Oh my God, you're a lovely man.
This is I.
No,
okay.
I could walk.
Look
I
at you
could,
walking
well,
around.
There's no problem.
No.
But just to be on the safe side,
Mm-hmm.
I just, the doctor says, no, you can walk, you can do whatever you want. I drive, I do everything like I did before.
Okay.
But don't get it. If you don't have to get the mitral valve surgery, don't get it.
It's not elective surgery.
Because-
Sometimes it's necessary.
Well, it's
your
necessary because it pumps blood to your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened, mine was leaking. The valve was leaking.
Make that kind of sound?
It was like, sound like that. And, being a performer like I am, I can't go out there. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you heard the gushing,
Yeah,
the
that
thing.
would not
I
be
say,
good.
I
yeah.
can't do that.
Mm-mm.
That's, I got to get that done. So I got it done by Dr. Michael Wood, who's a doctor here in Las Vegas.
Good.
And did a great job, and I'm fine. I'm able to
Mm-hmm.
go. I'm going to travel pretty soon. I'm opening at the. I just worked the South Point with Tony Orlando last weekend.
Okay, South Point's a great
And
showroom.
And my birthday is coming up, February 7th. That weekend I'm working at the Laugh Factory. They're celebrating my birthday.
Okay, over the Tropicana.
That's a Tropicana.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll be there. And I'm going to bring my cane, too.
You did another episode of Laugh Factory at the Tropicana. You and your son got together, Pauly Shore.
Yeah, I worked there with Paulie.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not going to be there with me.
No, just yourself this
No,
time.
I don't want to work with him.
Oh, you don't?
He's not as good.
No, not as good as it.
No, he's not as good as me.
No.
He can't.
think
He can't follow me.
Did the acorn fall too far from the tree then?
No, shut up. Just ask questions. Those stupid questions. You'll never. The show won't last a day.
Won't last a day if we
No.
don't get you off the stage.
No,
that's for sure.
no, that's it. Anyway.
You're a well-known advocate for the safety.
Oh, that's. I
and
got
the
to
health
think.
of dogs out
Funny Bones. I do a show every year called Funny Bones at the Orleans Hotel. We raise money for dogs in need, the ones that really need it, operations, and cancer and whatever. So that's my life now. Animals, that's my. I mean, I like them better than people. No, I really do. I mean,
think
because
you did a whole skit about how they compare to why you would rather have dogs in your life than people sometimes.
yeah, of course. It's just that people. I hate to say this, but most people are. See, I didn't get it out. You saw the lips.
I saw the
I do
lip,
pantomime too. I do very good pantomime. But most people, not all people, but most people won't look you in the face for 2 minutes. They're always turning. They're always this or that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ralph, I'll be there. They won't give you undivided attention. But let me say something about you. You have given me a direct look. You're a good guy.
Oh, thank you. Well, let me ask you.
So-
Now, some
okay.
of the number ones that you opened up for, it was hard for them to come out and
Some of them
continue the
couldn't
show
follow
after
me.
they follow you.
Some of them couldn't follow me.
Mhm.
I mean, they followed me, but it was a little tough for the first 10 minutes. They had a little trouble,
Yeah.
And they said, Sammy, could you kind of just a little less in the beginning and just talk about, I mean, they get a little disturbed that I was that funny.
How much time would they let you go on for, on an average?
About 25 minutes,
Okay, that's a good
sometimes
opening.
30.
Mhm.
And when I was working with Elvis one night, I had a stairway built. I recited Shakespeare coming down the stairway. I'm serious. I said, what light through yonder window breaks is the east and Juliet is the sun. I did the whole thing. And Shakespeare and all some of the things that he would have said if he was alive. And I came nearly to the bottom of the stairs, and I fell. I fell, bang, you know, and people thought it was part of my act. And the colonel, Elvis's manager, said, "Sammy, I like that thing. You fell off the stairs and right on hot bayonet foot. Boy, that's the funniest thing I ever seen you do since you've been here." God damn, said you funny. Yeah, you know. And he thought that was part of my act. He didn't see every show. He just happened to see that show. Anyways, I think I've done enough.
You did a great job. Thank you so much. I appreciate you standing up and talking with me.
I can't. I don't want to sit down now, because if I sit down, I won't be able to get back up. And what I'm going to do now is to take my cane and wish everybody good night and hope that they have a good life, and hope they, whatever they believe in it. And if you can help somebody, especially animals, I wish you would do that, because that sure would help them, and it would help us, and would help everybody. Because if you're really good to animals, it's going to pay you back. I swear to you, it's going to pay you back. I love you. Thanks for listening to me.
This is the great Sammy Shore. Thank you so much, Sammy, for joining us. We'll look forward to seeing you at the Tropicana Laugh Factory starting February 6th. Gifts are available for your liking. Please take what you see right off the top. Okay. A little candy dish. We can only imagine who ate all that candy. Possibly somebody in our audience right now. Hey, this is Vegas Talent Live. My name is Bruce Radel. Just interviewed Sammy Shore as he's walking off. He doesn't even really need the cane. He just holds on to it because it's kind of like something he's accustomed to holding on to now. But we're going to be taking a little bit of a break and coming right back to more Vegas Talent Live right here in Las Vegas. Welcome back to Vegas Talent Live. We want to bring in our next guest. He has just finished a one-year engagement over at the Clarion Hotel inside the Debbie Reynolds famed theater. Will you please welcome none other, live from Japan, Mr. Kento-san.
どうもありがとうございました。さて皆さんお元気ですか？よかったね。さて今からの冗談始めますからよく聞いてください。二人のやつね、トゥージューというの、トゥージューはバの中に歩いてる。わかる？最初のジュは、おいべえ、あんたのバカ野郎出てらめないか。次のやつは、僕のマイアミにもしょうか。そしてね、今日のテレビ見たらこのオープラ・ウィンフリーショー、これわかりますか？オープラ・ウィンフリー太ったジェニー・クレイグで細くなったけど、また相撲取りみたいに太って、そしてオープラゲスト今日のクルちゃん飲んだ。あっち行かないで手を離ってください。もしもし
For a moment there, I thought I booked the wrong comic. This is an English-speaking show. We weren't sure exactly.
Yeah. I wasn't quite sure. I just see all this Japanese decoration. It's ninja. It's ninja. Kabuki theater.
Yeah.
I can't blend into. You can blend in.
Let me just
except for this orange shirt. What's with the orange shirt?
And you only imagine. It's the lighting in here. It's actually red if you can only think about that. Let me ask you, though. Have you ever been confused with any other Asian descent?
I mean, other ethnicities or other people?
Well, famous people, naturally.
I'm always, I seem to always be confused. People see me and they go, hey, there's Nicolas Cage. But beyond that, I'm my own person.
Yeah, okay. Now, you yourself, can you tell somebody when you walk into a, let's just say Chinatown here in Las Vegas, whether they're Japanese, whether they're Chinese, Taiwanese, Vietnamese?
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's the smell. That's one way.
Some of the places you've traveled, you've been to Hawaii yourself. You actually grew up there?
Yeah, I actually performed there many years doing places like the Princess Kailani Hotel, the Halikoa Hotel, so I did a lot of resort comedy there. Did shows in Australia, and then just was so happy to have this run here in Las Vegas, just got out of. And the reason why it ended was, they're blowing up the hotel. Yeah. It's a different way of bombing.
Yes, exactly, yeah. So are you going to be over there, we should say D-Day?
D-Day?
Yeah.
Oh, when they were actually, hotel, I will be there. If they're doing that implosion, I am there.
Okay, good.
And I'm going to yell banzai. Maybe I'll rent a helicopter and just pretend I didn't. No.
Well, let me tell you, that you had great success going on over there. Your show was called Asian Invasion.
It was first called Kento's Asian Invasion,
Mm-hmm.
and then towards the last couple of months, we changed it to Kento's Comedy and Burlesque Show.
Right.
Because I wanted to bring something more. I mean, stand-up comedy, a guy behind the mic, that's great. But I think for the entertainment buck in Las Vegas, people want a little bit more. And it was funny. We didn't really draw a comedy club crowd. It was more just your general crowd. A lot of locals came. And so I would mix it up with some magic acts and with the burlesque. So a little naughty, a little nice, and a whole lot of fun. And it was just it was a privilege to work in that Debbie Reynolds showroom. And just looking forward to more neat stuff here in Las Vegas.
What kind of things you got coming up here?
Well, the soonest thing next week, that's Saturday, January 17th, I'll be at the D Hotel, and I'll be co-headlining with a legendary comic from Hawaii, Uncle Mel Kabang. So that's going to bring a lot of the Hawaii contingent out. We have a big Hawaii contingent here out in Las Vegas, and that should be a very fun show. Mark your calendars, 8:30 p.m., D Hotel.
Now, the Las Vegas and Hawaii connection is, don't the Hawaiians think we're like the ninth island?
Yeah, the ninth island. It is true. You know, the only thing, Hawaii people, there's a lot of Hawaii people that's never seen the mainland other than Las Vegas. And that's very true. It is the ninth island.
I know downtown at the California Hotel, they line up like all the way around through the casino and down into the lobby area just for their oxtail soup.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Oxtails, yeah.
Good stuff, though.
It's good
Absolutely.
stuff. Yeah, just low and slow.
Now, do you have a favorite restaurant here in Las Vegas you like to eat at from time to time?
I think it's called Buffet.
Buffet,
Yeah.
yes.
Buffets.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of locations.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And sometimes
more than McDonald's, I think. Yeah.
Sometimes they string each other together. Like for one price, you can go to like 3 different buffets in the same day.
Really?
Can you only imagine that? Yeah.
I can go beyond imagining that.
You get it breakfast, lunch, and dinner for one price at 3 different hotels.
This is heaven.
Yes.
This is not Sin City. This is heaven.
Wake up one day and think, oh,
you can speak Japanese.
Yeah,
that's good. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, it's from all the rice that we've eaten over. You know, we're always constipated. Oh, I mean, you laugh, but that's how the Japanese language got started, right on the toilet. Oh, explains, you know, how we got to writing up and down in our language. It's from the toilet paper hanging here next to us.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a word. Mitsubishi, Toyota. Oh, that's going to mean crappy car. We sell to American.
Yeah, exactly. Now, a few other talents that you have, such as balloon making.
Yes. I used to work a lot with children.
Well, let me just ask you, how well did you work with these children?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and you know, I still sometimes in my act I bust out the balloons. You know, a little more adult in nature now, but yeah, for a long time being a children's entertainer in Hawaii, doing the whole balloon entertainment thing, it was a lot of fun, and you get to do a lot of personal interactions with the kids, keeps you young, and I think that's one of the things about comedy too is no matter how long you do it, you got to kind of keep a young perspective. You know? It's like
sure,
our other guests we had here tonight. You know, 66 years doing stand up. I can't even fathom that. You know,
and you only imagine. You probably grew up seeing some of his original routines and things like that.
Yeah,
Sammy Shore,
absolutely.
amazing.
Sammy Shore. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now, the Asian Invasion. The only reason it stopped, well, you actually changed the name of it. You brought in burlesque, and burlesque is a big thing going on with comedy and burlesque. They kind of almost were born together.
They were. You know, stand-up comedy as we know it today really started in the old vaudeville burlesque theaters. You'd have the sexy girls going up in between. You get the fat joke man coming up telling some ribald, how do you pronounce that? Ribald type of jokes. And then bringing out the dancers. It was a way of kind of killing time so that, especially the stage production where the background dancing girls could change costume, you know, that type of thing. And, you know, occasionally you'd have singers. But really that's the birth of stand-up comedy is the old vaudeville burlesque show, and of course the girl show is on the old carnival lots. That's where we've descended from.
All right, my friend, I got to tell you, we have to get ready to take our next break here and bring up some of the other entertainers we have already scheduled for the show tonight. But thank you so much. I wish you all the best at the D.
Thank you.
Kento-san, live from Japan. Please, ladies and gentlemen, check him out at the D, January 17th. And we'll be right back with more Vegas Talent Live. Welcome back to Vegas Talent Live. My name is Bruce Radel, and I just got done interviewing the great comic Kento-san, live from Japan. He's going to stay with us right here as I bring out my next guest. You'll recognize him from America Got Talent. Unbelievable magician and illusionist. Please welcome Seth Grabel.
What is up? How are you?
Good to see you. You're looking fantastic. Absolutely.
So
Have a sit down. Well. Take it easy for a moment. Because I know you're very active. You're very much involved with aerobics, and not only aerobics, but acrobatics.
Yeah, I would
things
say
like
acrobatics.
This. Yes, but you look like you're keeping yourself in great shape.
Yeah.
No slowing down.
Never. No, I don't slow down. Except I did actually recently break my clavicle bone, believe it or not.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, you believe it?
Now, how'd you do this? During a set, during a trip?
Yeah, during the straitjacket escape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it took about two months to heal.
Is that the only bone you've ever broken in all the years you've been performing?
Yeah, it took 10 years. This was the only bone I've ever broken.
Now, this is the first because Sammy Shore was on earlier this evening, and he wanted to show us his scar.
I know.
And we were like, hey, it's not that kind of show, but you went right for it.
Boom, there it is.
Right there, yeah.
I'm very proud of it. This is a war wound.
Exactly, yeah.
I finished the show.
Oh, did you? Right through it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I was hanging on like that. My arm was like on a kind of like that much hanging on.
Now, you're very young, but I know that you've been involved with magic since a very young age, growing up in California.
Mysticism, the occult, mind reading, brain teasing.
Oh, okay. Brain teasing and mind reading together. That's a combination. That could go very well.
Yes.
I could learn a little bit of get it up, get it on, and get it over with real quick. Like, if you want to go further, you already know how to brain tease and mind read.
Well, that's
right
what
there.
it's all about. Yeah, you put little subliminal messages to get a desired result.
Is that how you kind of met your wife and actually, figured out, hey, put the magic eye on her a little bit there?
Somehow I managed to score that. Yes.
Because I got to say, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You got married on the Grammy Awards.
Yeah, it was an amazing event. Yeah.
And I got married. And now you've got a little baby coming on.
That's right. Well, she's not coming on, but she's going to be born, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. May 5th.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's the date. It's crazy.
That is a special day in my mind that I'll always remember, May 5th. Not only for the mere fact it's going to be the birth of your daughter, but that's the day I went in the United States Marine Corps.
Whoa.
Many years ago.
Wow.
Yeah,
So that's amazing. I can't. The only reason why I'm going to remember that is but now I actually have a second reason to remember it.
Yeah, you're thinking, man, gosh, our daughter looks so wonderful. Did you know, honey, that Bruce Radel actually won the Marine Corps on May 5th?
That's exactly what I'm going to say.
Like, what are you talking about?
You're giving me a subliminal cue, and I have to say that. You know that.
Exactly. And it'll take the pain right away. As soon as she hears my name, thinking like, oh, thank God, my pain has gone away.
Yeah, so we're going to film the actual birth, and we're going to put it up on the internet.
Okay, that's pretty common. A lot of people are going in there with cameras. They've been going in there with cameras now, but you're actually going to put it on the internet itself?
We've been very vocal about everything that we do. So we do episodes. It's called The Grabels. It's a YouTube channel. So we do a video about a week, one video a week, and that's going to be the May 5th video.
Oh, wonderful.
Pregnancy.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Everything's coming along. She's healthy. She's feeling good.
Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, regular pregnant stuff, but yeah, that's a whole thing.
Well, they say once you have one kid, you might as well have 10. Do you have plans for a larger family?
No. Maybe 2 at the most.
Maybe 2.
Yeah.
How about yourself? Do you have brothers and sisters? Did you come from a big family?
Yeah, you know what? Well, not huge. My sister I have one sister who's 27 and a brother who is 17.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing kid.
So you're in the middle then?
No, I'm the eldest.
Oh, you're the eldest. Okay.
Yeah,
good. Right. Now, dating back to California, what got you involved with magic?
Magic, my father he's also a magician. So basically, I watched him do magic every single day. He would practice magic, and when my friends would come over, he would do magic to my friends, and I didn't want to have anything to do with it. It was like, no, Dad, it's your thing. You do it. Then I went to college, and I had to figure out how to pick up girls.
Oh, yeah. there comes the mind tease and
the mind tease.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I was actually lonely, so I started doing magic in my studio apartment, and I was doing magic, and one thing led to another. People were like, wow, why don't you come to my party? I'll pay you. I said, really? How much? And they'd usually pay me in beer. So as a college student, that was cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not? Yeah. So one thing led to another. I met a couple of other magicians, and we started doing magic, and people started hiring me out, and for magic.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. What else? What else would you think I'd be thinking of? For goodness sake, what else could you be hired out for? I don't want to get into those details right now. But what was some of the original magician type of tricks that you were doing? Card tricks or
actually, my very first trick. I'll show you my very first trick. Check this out here. Watch this. You hold on to that.
Okay.
Just perfect. Okay. Check this out. Look, you take the chip and you just vanish it. When you vanish it, all you got to do is snap, and it comes right back. Now, this is my very first trick that I learned. You take it, you toss it up the sleeve, and it comes out the other side.
Wow.
Kind of cool. It's because it's a special bendable Seth Grabel chip. You see, the chip drops down. Magic drops the chip up. Now, that doesn't make sense. It's the only chip that actually falls up.
Wow.
Watch it. It vanishes from my hand. It goes into your pocket. Here, I'll show you. It's in this pocket right here. Do me a favor. Reach into that pocket right there. Is it in there? Will you do me a favor? Make sure it's in there. No, not that pocket. The other pocket. Yeah, the inside coat pocket.
The inside coat pocket.
Yeah. Oh, you don't even have it inside. Here, I'll tell you what. Look into that pocket right there. Is it in that pocket? Could possibly be in that pocket.
In this pocket? Yeah. I got a lot of pockets here, for goodness sake. Yeah.
You got a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah. How can you only imagine? Yeah.
You don't see it at all. You don't find it.
I'm looking for
Well, no, it could. Here, go. Reach in that pocket, maybe. That pocket. Oh no, it's right here.
What the?
It was in that. It was actually in this pocket. See, what I did, I put it in that pocket, and when I put it in that pocket, I totally knew that you would. I got your notes.
Oh, you do right there.
Hold on to the notes. See, I'm an honest thief.
Yeah.
And I got some certs.
You did. You got some certs. That's how I have
Yeah, I'll show you.
mind teas and
I'll show you. I actually put the certs back in there. That's where they go, and you're not missing anything else, are you?
Oh,
the keys!
Why keep a secret?
There you go.
There, my friend.
What do you have two sets for, really?
Yeah.
You've been waiting for me.
Oh, no. I will tell you. I've actually locked my keys enough times in my car that I've had to actually start carrying a second set over all these years. Yeah.
You're a little lopsided over there.
I am a little lopsided. I keep more keys on one ring than I do the other.
No, really.
Oh, yeah. Very much. I was a little lopsided. Yeah. Leaning one way or the other. Yeah. Sometimes you curve, sometimes you lean. Whatever the case may be.
I go straight forward. I don't know about it.
Well,
you're not
I'm
missing
glad you didn't. I am missing a couple of things.
What
here.
are you missing? Because your rubber band's over there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's rubber band's over there.
Yeah, well, it's an actual rubber band, not a real rubber, because this would not work very well at all. I do have 3 children because I never wore one, apparently.
Oh, no.
But, yeah, you never know what you're going to find in Bruce Radel's pockets. In fact, you didn't reach in all of my pockets. I carry a lighter. I carry a cigarette lighter. I don't even smoke. I don't even date anybody that smokes, but it's a habit because when I was a bus person growing up in Las Vegas working at the Flamingo Hilton, I always knew that you're going to make...
You would light someone's
Yeah, light the gentleman's cigarette, ask the gentleman if I could light his lady's cigarette, and make a couple extra bucks on the side right there like that.
How would you make the couple extra bucks?
They would tip you because you were kind enough to have a lighter when they didn't have one, or you were actually there for their lady to have a cigarette lit before they could actually try to figure out, well, I don't have...
It was for the light.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not missing anything else, are you?
Well, let's see. I don't know. Let's get my...
Here, I'll give you a hand.
Hey!
Yeah. You got to hold... That's a nice pen.
It is a nice pen.
Oh, thank you.
And you got this right. I always keep this close to my heart because it's actually, if you can read the name on there, you'll notice that it's not my name.
Mary, that's Mary's.
Yeah, it's the name of my mother. And I try to keep it close at heart.
Okay.
And I would tell you that I was actually out in Boulder City. I don't know if you've been to Boulder City, but it's just outside the Las Vegas Valley.
I've heard of it.
Through Henderson, go over to Boulder City. It's basically where the Hoover Dam is, right?
Yeah.
And he was out there gift shopping a little bit down in some antique stores. And it was on the 15th anniversary of my mom's passing. And I was thinking, oh, my gosh, it's Labor Day. And I'm thinking about my mom. And I had to sign the sales transaction of an item that I purchased. And the lady said, here, go ahead and use this pen real quick if you need to sign that. And I signed it with this pen. And I looked at the pen and it said Mary on it, the name of my mother. And I thought,
that's
wow,
amazing.
That is.
Did you feel like she was speaking to you at that time?
I do.
A little bit?
I feel that she's a guardian angel, and she lets me know. Now, let me ask you, do you ever deal with the occult at all?
Somewhat, yeah. I've read some books about it.
Okay, because, things are out there. Things are always happening. And when people usually think about magicians and illusionists, who do they go back to thinking about all the time? Houdini, a little bit.
Houdini
he
was
deep in the occult.
Yeah, he was. And he's so popularized because he was an amazing promoter.
Okay. Now, outside of your dad, who else was an inspiration for you to want to continue on and go a little further than just your college magic tricks?
Harvey McKay.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of him?
No, I have not.
Oh, he's actually a motivational speaker, and he owns an envelope company.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing to do with magic, but I read his books, and he's just a very interesting businessman, and he's got some great quotes.
No kidding. So, envelope company?
He owned an envelope company, yeah, a multi-million-dollar envelope company. He actually recently spoke out here. I wasn't able to watch him, but great. I've seen him, on TV and different things. So
okay.
He's one of the motivational guys. I've been motivated by other than magicians, because I call myself an entertainer.
Right.
I love entertaining. I love making people smile. I'm a smile maker. So I would think Gene Kelly, his dancing, his moves, Fred Astaire, Michael Jackson.
Ah, okay. We talked about him earlier in the show. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and those type of people.
Okay, a lot of great entertainers.
Yeah.
So you date yourself back to some of those entertainers you probably grew up seeing, and even though you're way too young to have actually seen them live doing their routines, but in movies and things like this.
Yeah, I actually didn't even watch them when I was a kid. I didn't watch TV till I was about 20 years old. Really,
okay.
Believe it or not. My mom didn't let us have a TV in our house.
Mm-hmm.
And so I read a lot of books, and I didn't listen to any of their music at all. I just watched them on YouTube recently, actually.
Okay.
Past 10 years.
Inspiration comes from all kinds of different facades out there,
Yeah.
and especially with social media, it's bringing back a lot of these great entertainers.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're revitalizing what cultures they actually made an impression on for years and years to come.
Mm-hmm.
And Kento, do you have anybody that you can remember that you were influenced by that is now just recently come out in social media that hasn't been around for years?
Wow. Some of my early influences, definitely Monty Python, Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman. I love Andy Kaufman.
All right.
Yeah.
Punch. And he never liked him. He never liked to be called a stand-up comedian. He said, I'm a performance artist.
Yeah.
And the way he would just take something and take it even off the stage.
Well, his characters
whole life
were
was a show.
amazing. Yeah,
Oh,
his
absolutely.
characters were phenomenal. That one character that he did once went on TV where he basically was a homeless guy. He's begging, for.
Yeah.
You remember that one? Where
Yeah, I do.
He's basically like, look, what are you doing, Andy Kaufman? Nothing. And I mean, he was just like, he was like sniffling. Will you pay me $5, please? I need rent money.
The thing we should have brought up when Sammy Shore was here, you mentioned Andy Kaufman. He did a great Elvis impersonation.
Yes,
Andy Kaufman
amazing
did, yeah.
Elvis impersonation. Actually, better than Elvis.
And Sammy Shore, opened for Elvis for 3 years in a row right here. So I wonder if he would have remembered or had ever seen that. We'll have to get him back on the show and ask him that someday. But I know that you also have some ties with somebody else that had a great big show here in Las Vegas, the amazing Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan was amazing.
Okay.
No, Jonathan's a good friend.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenal performer. I learned so much from him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, this was before you went on to America's Got Talent?
Yeah, it was. It was before America's Got Talent, and I opened up for him for quite a while, and I just learned his timing was impeccable. I learned a lot from that. I learned, the business side. He's got a great heart.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's a huge teddy bear. He's really got a great heart. He gives a lot to the entertainment community. So I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for Jonathan.
Well, fantastic. I'm glad you say that. We wish Jonathan all the best out there. I know he's struggling through some health issues right now. We wish him all the security of the health, and hopefully he can, get back out there and still continue to entertain, because people all the time are asking where he can be found and where he can be seen and things like this. But tell us a little bit about America's Got Talent. Was that like an incredible thing to be a part of?
Biggest stage in the world. I mean, I got to be able to do my dreams, which was come down from the ceiling 50 feet in the air in my big wheel. That was what I wanted to do, and I made it happen. It was fun. It was really fun. I got to, I made the DeLorean appear, and I brought the judges back from the past. I made little mini-me judges appear.
That was
Cool.
fantastic. I don't know how you were able to get a hold of those three talented kids such as that.
It's crazy. Actually, you know what happened? So it was Nathan Burton's idea to do that whole thing. He's another magician out here. And so we ended up doing it, and the kid that we were supposed to use, they fell through. So last minute, me and my consultant went running around the Hollywood Strip, and we basically picked some random kid We literally an hour before they were on television, we were like, basically, will you be on national TV with us? And the parents said yes, and then the kid said yes, and he was in hair and makeup in an hour and on TV.
Was the little girl actually from England? Because she had that English accent down pat there.
That was she was my consultant's child, and
Okay.
she was a trained actress, and we had to basically whip it into her.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding. No,
You
no.
will sound like Sharon. You will sound like Osborne.
No. She's just a great actress. Yeah, she was freaking amazing. She just took to it. We gave her a picture and we gave her the voice. You know, we showed her some videos, and she just did it. She was running around the whole, backstage pretending she was Sharon Osbourne.
Oh, that's good. Better than trying to pretend you're Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah,
for
I know.
God's sakes.
That would have been funny.
Unbelievable. So now, actually, you had come back on that show because you were already a contestant, and then Howie Mandel says, "I need to bring this man back on." What do they call that? A wild card?
Yeah, they kicked me off, and then they brought me back as a wild card. Howie brought me back as a wild card, and I got to do another episode, which was a lot of fun.
Well, good.
Yeah.
And then that actually led you back here to Vegas to put on your own show.
Yep, yeah, I met Ray and Jamie Wolf, and we ended up doing a show together at the Clarion.
Okay, good. Now, that also has recently come to an end, and what other things do you have going on right now?
You know what? I am basically, I got a lot of things in the fire, but I'm mainly focused on TV, reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
That's my next 2015. Reality TV is going to be a big thing for me.
Okay, good.
So,
well, we wish you all the best. Let me
Thank you.
ask you, I know you just come off an injury here, but would you be able to perform any magic here tonight on
Yeah.
Vegas Talent Live? I think a lot of our our viewing audience would really enjoy seeing the famed Seth Grabel perform right here on Vegas Talent Live.
let's do it.
So
Heck
we're going to
yeah.
take a little bit of a break right now, come back and join Bruce Radel along with Seth Grabel and Kento-san as Seth Grabel is going to perform right here on Vegas Talent Live. Thank you for watching, and tune in right back after this break.
Oh.